They smell good, I'll say that much.
They do.
I can just imagine what they taste like on pork chops. Hello everybody. We're gonna do a review on this Panko blend. I don't know what the hell Panko is, but this is Italian herb, and they happen to have a recipe for crispy Italian chicken behind it. We're gonna have that with the salad. I know we do need the sauce. I'm gonna coat it with mayonnaise instead of the egg, and batter, cheese, and then the salad. And then we got some leftover wings from the wings we had. All right, I'm gonna use Duke's mayonnaise, the best mayonnaise ever. I promise you, you use Duke's mayonnaise, you will never use another mayonnaise out there. I'm gonna put the Duke's mayonnaise in this because there's different ways that you can bread your chicken, pork chop, whatever you're gonna do. You can do the eggs. You can do the flour, egg and flour. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the mayonnaise one. It's telling me right here. Chicken breast cutlets, I'm gonna use chicken thighs. I find those more tastier and juicier. Of course, we got the pico blend, mayonnaise, oil for frying, marinara sauce shredded, and optional cheese. Other ways of cooking it, of course, is in the oven. These are other ways of prepping it, like I was telling you. If you wanted to do the egg, however you want to prep your thing, I feel like that Duke's mayonnaise is the better flavor. And I promise you, I used to be a Hellman's. I moved down to Florida, watch a NASCAR race, and all of a sudden, I'm loving Duke's mayonnaise. One of those redneck racers were like saying on the thing when he seen the car drove by, he was like, Duke's mayonnaise. I promise you, that's the best Southern mayonnaise. And I've tried it ever since I moved to Florida, and I promise you, that is the best mayonnaise you will ever have in potato salad or anything you make. So let's hope I do this right. The reason I have this in a cup because I don't want to contaminate the big mayonnaise jar by keep on dipping this raw chicken in it. So let me get these little things here coated. And then I'll show you how we're going to put the Panko on. And you can put the Panko on, like I said, any way you want to. I've seen other reviews on the Panko. They say it's a little bit salty. I know some people will add their ingredients to it, but let me do it this way. Alrighty, I just opened up this bag and it smells pretty decent. It almost smells like if you had regular bread thing seasoning. So what I'm gonna do, because again, I've seen some reviews where they say that it's salty, but I've noticed in some of the menu thing here is they're adding salt and pepper on top of it. You can use this on bacon. You can use this on, and we're gonna, not bacon, I'm sorry, pork chops. And I am gonna try this on pork chops one day in the oven. But today, I'm gonna try to stick with the frying of it. The reason I'm doing this on the plate because it could be more messier. I do have a shaker thing, but I think it'll be more messier. Let's see, I'm using two hands, so I'm not dipping the mayonnaise hand. inside the crumb thingy. And just get it all in those crevices. You guys have ever tried this, let me know. But yeah, I'm going to try it baking. In the oven one day. The pork chops, like I said. Okay, that's on there. That's on there. It's stuck. Well, almost stuck, but I'll get it to stick. Let's get this pan going now. Crazy thing, it says a 1/4 cup if you're frying, but then down here it shows to put it in the oven. Because then eventually you got to broil the cheese on there, which I'm not worried about the cheese melting, but I don't know. Alrighty, scratch those instructions on there because it does not make sense. What I'm gonna do here is get this over here, get my pan warmed up, add a little bit of oil, and then I'm gonna cook that on there. In the meantime, while that's happening, I'm gonna steam up my chicken wings left over, put the lid on it. What we've learned is that when we've had steak left over, chicken left over, whatever left over, we find it tastes better when it's steamed for leftovers. So let me add a little bit of olive oil to this here. Basically, I just want to make sure that it just coats the bottom there because, again, everyone knows breading will burn quicker than the chicken. So that's why you don't want to put too much oil. So I'm going to let that warm up because I don't even know how many pieces I'm going to be able to fit in here. All right, I'm going to let that warm up and everything. But according to the directions, it's really weird because it's telling you to put a skillet on medium heat. Preheat broiler to heat high. Add oil to skillet on medium heat. Once heat, add coated chicken. Cook for 3 to 5 minutes. Then turn and cook additional 3 to 5 minutes until chicken is cooked. Place chicken into oven. I guess what they're saying is if you want the cheese, you put it in the broiler. But this is how we're going to do it. And then again, I'm going to get my marinara sauce. Keep that on low. This should be coming into play. But I'm not worried about the cheese melting. But if you, like I said, if you wanted the cheese to melt on there, you can whatchamacallit, put it in the broiler. But I'm just waiting right now still. All right, let's see if it's ready. And make sure. Yeah, okay. Got a small pan, so that's good. I'm not in a rush because while this is cooking here, and remember, make sure your chicken is cooked. All right, and if you have to add more oil, you just add more oil to it. I'm gonna let that cook now, and I'm gonna start making this. Now that you can have with anything you want to. You can have it with pasta, whatever you want. That chicken parmesan. We're just gonna have a salad today. Nice simple black olives, cucumber, salad, and salad dressing. Keep it real light. This way, if we wanted to eat tomorrow a little heavy, it would be perfectly fine to eat a little heavy tomorrow. I got that on 5, not cooking it real high because, like I said, it's not that much oil in there. And I sure want to keep it from spitting, but that chicken's got to cook, so. And hopefully everything will be done at the same time. What do you guys normally have in your salad? Sometimes we have tomatoes. Sometimes we don't. Just depends how we feel. Don't want too much acidity in us. Definitely we peel the cucumber. Like guys, like your cucumbers cut thick, squares, tiny. One thing that's good about being a cook is you get to eat. You get to pick during the cooking. All right, black olive. That's our little simple salad. As you can see, this chicken is steamed. Smells real good. That's the Tyson leftover. Again, that's warming up and that's cooking. Again, I have it on 5, so trying to keep the spitting down to a minimum. But making sure that that chicken is cooked. Alright, I turned one over already. But again, BB will check to make sure if this chicken is cooked through. So just because I flipped it over now doesn't mean that it's cooked. I just want to make sure. You're not the cook.
I don't care.
Only the cook gets the snack.
Yeah, okay.
Before the meal is done.
I'll remind you of that.
Okay, so it still has to go into the oven and get broiled for the rest. Gotcha. They fluffed up, those thighs. They smell good, I'll say that much.
They do.
I can just imagine what they taste like on pork chops. Probably better than...
Shake and bake.
Yeah. But like I said, a lot of people said on their reviews that it is salty, but I haven't had no seasoning other than the mayonnaise and the breading. All right, I'll scrape that in the garbage.
Please.
Are you done?
Maybe.
What are you eating now?
Black olive.
This Publix Easter dish fit those 6 wings beautiful. Great presentation on that steam. They're nice and juicy. So scratch what I said about not listening to the thing. Once you get it cooked here, it's 3 to 5 minutes, high heat broiler. Turn them, another 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure chicken is cooked. Then we can put the cheese on it and then the sauce. Yeah, I think be careful. Yeah, I think the broiler just goes on.
Okay.
And then you just put it in there if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So just put the timer.
All right. Broiler. Cook time. Oh, wait, it won't let me do the cook time. So it's got to get to a certain temperature then.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I didn't know either. Don't feel
Never
like
cooked with a broiler.
Not this one.
I think one time we did.
But that was our
But I
old
can't.
stove, not this stove.
Yeah. And like I said, she's helping out. Get these dishes cleaned up.
Yeah. So
We don't have that much dishes. All right, just waiting on that now.
Yep. So once I'm able to, it goes beep beep. I'm waiting for beep beep.
We'll just have to time it ourselves.
Yeah, because it's,
That's weird.
yeah.
Did you hit start, right?
Yeah. Nothing. So I'll have to look in the manual for that then. All right. So
It's this
about
one.
7 after. So
Yeah, we have one of those self-cleaning kitchens. You clean it yourself.
all right. All right.
And always make sure the chicken is cooked, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Follow their instructions. Not mine.
A little steamy down there.
Yeah, that it is.
All right.
I don't think you put the sauce before the cheese, but it doesn't matter.
Basically, what you're making is chicken parmesan.
Okay.
You can do it either way.
It all comes out one spot, right?
You got it.
The BB way.
There we go.
Good presentation. And just let it melt. Excellent meal right there. Good presentation. That looks real good. That looks good too. Alrighty. That looks real good. Looking good.
Looking good in the neighborhood.
And one thing is one thing.
Good.
We know the chicken wings are good.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Yeah, they taste better when they're steamed. And they're still
The
holding
second
their
time,
heat.
yeah.
And they're not dried.
No,
And it doesn't take that long to steam.
it only takes a couple minutes.
And we do that when we warm up our steak, our pork chop, whatever. We steam it. I know the sauce smells good.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off that Parmesan.
Sure does.
That's what I said, to make sure we get the whatchamacallit.
No more leftover wings. Oops.
Don't suck too hard. They'll complain. Just sucking too hard. It's disgusting. They're sucking the meat. Alrighty.
All right. Da 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 da. Drum roll.
It's nice and soft and tender. I will say that.
I can see.
But it's still
Cheese.
hot.
Cheese melted nicely.
Yeah. And you can use chicken breast. You can use whatever you want.
We just like the thighs because the thighs are, they stay moist and
They taste better.
yeah. Thighs has got a better taste to the meat. Just like chicken legs. Dark
Oh
meat.
my. Wait till you try it.
I'm going to.
No thumbs.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I like the marinara sauce on it better.
I don't know where they're saying that it's salty. It's not salty at all. It's very seasonal. Like if you'd made your sauce where you put the Italian herb on it. You know, you put your Italian herb
Yeah.
seasoning. Like you get all this. I mean, not only do you get the
But it could be the type of sauce they're using too that may be really salty.
Well, no, on some reviews that I've seen, they just cooked it. They didn't cook it this way.
Oh, okay.
I've seen some people add salt and pepper, flour, and egg instead of the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So they added salt, pepper, flour, eggs, and then they added the panko. But the marinara sauce and the herbs are just on point. And then the cheese just comes raw. I mean, dude, I can eat this all day. They recommend that you can eat this with a spaghetti meal if you wanted to, but you know, it's not a day for pasta.
I've done that before. Make a dish of pasta with chicken parm. It wasn't spaghetti. It was just, you know, like that wide noodles with some garlic butter and...
Yeah. No, but this is a perfect meal. So I guess, like I said, you have to... How they have it written down is very confusing versus... Because how they have it written down sounds like you got to put the skillet in the oven with the chicken in there and then turn it over while it's broiling. But basically, it should say you should cook it. Then you put it into the oven, you know.
I mean, that's how most chicken parm is cooked. You fry it on the stove first, both sides. Then you can put it in there with the broiler. Then you put your cheese and your sauce. The only good thing with doing it with this particular way, you heat up the sauce.
And it melts
And
the
then,
cheese.
right, and then as soon as you take it out, you put the cheese on, then you can put the sauce on, and then it helps just melt everything.
Because it's not telling you there to put the cheese in there and then stick it back in there.
But I like that for a chicken parm. I like the breading for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing.
I can just imagine what this is going to taste on a pork chop.
That's going to be real good. Mm-hmm.
And you can just bake it like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to... And you don't have to put that much oil. You're not really literally frying the chicken. You're literally searing the chicken and the seasoning and the broiling, because you're cooking it halfway through, basically. Yeah. On each side for 5-10 minutes on each side. You got it on medium. You're literally searing the seasoning and some of the chicken. When it goes into the broiler, the broiler completes the cooking process. But you still have to check your chicken to make sure it's cooked. Because if you left it on there too short, but it's not about adding a ton of oil or dipping it in.
It's about cooking that chicken.
It's about just cooking the chicken with the seasoning on it and stuff. And like I said, the herb with the sauce, the marinara sauce, just punches you. It's not as crunchy with the cheese, and then the cheese puts in the end, and it's just it's perfect. It's a perfect meal if you're looking not to eat a lot. We got some more chicken left over. Chow that down all day, and then we had our leftover chicken. So that was a good, nice, healthy meal.
It's starting to get hot out. We're not going to want big meals when it's super hot out.
Yeah. And sometimes it does.
Whether you're in the house or not. I mean,
sometimes going out there too in that Blackstone, it does get hot there as well. And you want something different. You basically we're switching from the Blackstone griddle to the kitchen cooking. No microwave. Haven't had microwave in 7+ years. Either oven cooking. We haven't used the air fryer in almost 2 years.
I thought we're going to use that with the fish tomorrow.
Right, but I'm just saying, but that's the main object.
Because if we ain't going to start using it, it needs to get out the kitchen.
Well, what I'm saying is that it's basically steam, oven, or grilling. That's what, microwave is not an option at all.
I never did like a microwave.
Yeah, it just, everything just tastes funny that way. All right, baby. Eat 'em up.